What's up, guys? GotDave here, and there are two things that are major to like riding safely. And the first one is rider skill. You know, like how skilled are you if something happens? Can you avoid an accident? And the other thing is road strategy. And I would define road strategy as like lane position, following distance, stuff like that. You know, just like what you're looking out for, how often you're checking your mirrors, where you're positioning yourself as far as being able to see and being visible to cars, stuff like that. That's your road strategy. And I recently saw a video by one of my favorite motorcycle channels because the guy talks all about safety. And he was talking about how road strategy is actually more important and will actually keep you safer than rider skill. And that makes sense to me, you know, because that's what I try to do when I'm riding. Is if I see the potential for a situation to turn into something, I get myself out of there. And you know, like I try not to be in people's blind spots where they might change lanes into me. And like if I'm coming up on someone, I'll get up ahead of them so that guy sees me, even if I let back off the gas and he passes me back. You know, like at least he saw me. You know, that type of stuff. I'm always trying to like be safe, and I'm always trying to do what I can to avoid bad situations so that it doesn't come down to rider skill saving my life. You know, like I don't have to rely on how good I am at swerving, or how good I am at panic braking, or how good I am at anything, because I don't let that situation develop into something that is going to happen all of a sudden and require me to use one of those skills. So it made a lot of sense what the guy was saying in his video, and because that's what I do. I honestly think that my road strategy is much better than my rider skill. Way better. Yeah, I'm honestly, like, when something crazy happens, I've said it before, it catches me off guard, and I'm really not as prepared, like skill-wise, as I should be. But that's why I try to just have good road strategy, lane position, following distance, you know, just being visible and just like watching out. You know, I try to do everything that I can to avoid using my emergency techniques, you know, or my rider skill. I just try to avoid those situations altogether. So that's what I had to say about that. His video made a lot of sense to me. You know, it was really, everything this guy says on his channel makes a lot of sense because he is a riding instructor. And he's a riding instructor in Texas. And he actually, you know, like has classes and teaches people safety techniques and stuff. So anytime he says something, it's correct. I have found that to be true because he is an actual MSF instructor. And a lot of the videos that I have watched of his, he'll talk about something that I have talked about, and I always make sure that we agree. You know what I mean? Like, and luckily we have. Like, none of my advice or the things that I have talked about doing are steering people wrong. Just so you know. You know, like I'm actually giving good advice, and I watch enough other channels that I compare what I'm saying to what other people are saying, so that way I know that I'm not steering people wrong. You know, I know that the information that I'm giving people is correct, and it's the same information that an actual riding instructor would be giving. You know, not just some idiot on a motorcycle just riding around with a freaking camera, you know, just making videos. And that, honestly, that's one of the biggest mistakes that new riders make, is following the advice of people who make videos on YouTube rather than just going and taking an MSF class. Honestly, that nothing will take the place of that MSF class. So you guys have a great day out there, and try to stay safe as much as you can, and I will talk to you next time. Later.